Welcome back, L127 here. So, back in our Journey to Cake series, in the last part that we went to do some more trophy hunting to get some basic stats increase, and we also did 4.B1 and 5.5. But yeah, with the fact that stage 5 has become one of the greater difficulties to deal with at this point, I feel like we need to go serious on our decisions at this point. What we could potentially do at this point is to get some of these modifiers and abilities to use to kind of support, because at this point we are quite limited in our options regarding the modifiers that we can use. So what we could do is to kind of try to get more. That's basically that. I will be picking this for now. I think these are the more impactful ones. As for bounty, we are not sure. Again, having the increased costs for that. Yeah, I'm not really sure how we're going to do that. We could try to get more. Force wave bonus, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna try to get for more force wave bonus. To try to push it. We're gonna try to push it. At this point, I have zero confidence about whatever things we could potentially do to ourselves. Unfortunately, it would have made things worse. But yeah, I think it's time to do it. Attempting the last levels of stage 5. I guess at this point I wouldn't have expected any kind of things to happen, I guess. Okay, so I need to do things. If I don't do things, not gonna be very good. Okay. Now we're gonna try to place bounties. We're kinda holding. Also, this is one of the levels that do not have regular enemies. The other one, well, under normal circumstances, the two levels that doesn't come with the regular enemies. Fighter 2 and this one. The core here is a special one that is only available on this level, and it's focused on the laser. But yeah, at this point, you don't really research the tower, you don't really get much benefit from that tower. So yeah, we're probably going to ignore that for now. But I guess can kind of help, I think. putting all kinds of our towers that we have raised for this. We were able to get our bounties set up with the now increased bounty cap because I took a star research that increases that. That's not very nice. Now it raises to 2075k for 55. It's really concerning. Why do I even consider this? At this point, we are struggling very. Okay. The danger is kind of resolved for now. Not sure if we can hold it till the goal, which I believe is 82. Listen. At this point, do I have the capability, like, you know, get the miner set up for some resources, even slices with the resources I would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, going for that. Unless we do it too late, I guess we still have a chance. We don't have no factor, so we have to do this. Upgrade you just to make it a bit easier on us. Okay. I guess I have to take things easy, but you know, we do have some abilities on our sides. At this point, I'm not sure. I guess let's go with anti-air system. So we also can help on this at least. And now this is coming up next. I need to do something to help this. I didn't add any freezing. I don't know if the freezing would help though. And the healer waves. I'm quite concerned because at this point this healer waves are very tough. At this point, I'm not saving up money. I should have considered that. I'm literally not saving up money. Yeah, we are holding. We might be able to get to 82. Then. Obviously, not sure how much more we can hold this. Nothing bother with improving our minus now. As long as they are exhausted, I get at least some resources. Let's see if I can get the next wave. Oh my god, is concerning. Okay, yeah. Barely doing it. Okay. No, we just fireball. We leave this for this. Okay. Just raise some random things. I don't care. We also have self-research for Tesla, but now we actually get the laser. Well, at this point, because putting too many tiles, focusing on too many tiles, then we cannot really raise anything. At this point, I'm going to raise the number of fireballs I can use. Just get to 3, I guess. Okay. I'm going to save the progress though, just in case. We have about 7.5 hours of progress. Okay, 5.7. Would have made things much worse. 225%. At this point, I have no clue how we're going to even, do this thing. At this point, we just try, I guess. Like I have made the worst decision that I could do to myself. But I haven't done the worst decision of my life. And then I will have to be sorry for that. I guess we just try. Because at this point, no clue how we're going to even clear this. This would have been the most difficult to take care of. Not only that, the goal for this is much higher than I need to. The good thing is that we do have increased tower capabilities from the from the greater tile bonuses that we are given for this. But how much we can hold it is the question. Increasing the range, I hope. I hope that I could get this through. At this point, I don't really know what to say, really. I only hope that the core, which is another common core that you can get for your custom maps, would have helped me for this. At this point, it's kind of holding, but I don't know how long I will be able to hold this. It's the more concerning question to answer. And the answer is probably not very. Not very enlightening. I'm going to implement Tesla now. We could try to get the damage, I guess. Also, one, I don't remember. The strongest. The thing that I certainly would like to get is to raise our damage from the flame. Can I even place the Sir Bounty? That's another question. That's we're almost there. We might be able to get the Sir Bounty to set up. No, we need to hold it. Yeah, seriously, we'll really need to towers. Next wave is another. Yeah, I'm going to raise me for this. Another thing we could try to raise is the attack speed, but you know, we'll have to take a relatively useless note for this. Well, I say relatively useless because we don't really get to have level 10. And obviously, I don't know why I just decided to waste my missiles being taken down by the fast enemies. Because whatever kind of enemies we're trying to deal with is all sort of struggle at this point. So I guess raising anything would have get something, I guess. Hot question. Certainly hot question. I should raise my towers. And I don't know why I'm not raising my towers. almost there. I hope you can hold this. We're not even at 60 or 70. It's not even like trying to get for the third star. We already fighting for our lives. I'll have to sacrifice this variance attack speed for the sake of improving my power with the. It's going to be much slower because oh my god, how slow it's going to be. I hope it doesn't hurt too much. Nah, it's not going to reach that. We'll raise this first. At least the venom will have helped a bit. I'm probably going to make this more of a choke point by giving this freezing. Just try to do it. Okay, ice doesn't seem to be a problem at that point. But yeah, I just been like spending money like crazy. I guess raising the range 10.2% seems very appealing, so I will be taking that. Another thing is see if I can get the money. Like I'm struggling for living till third star, and I'm trying to see if I can get the miner setup. That's simply amazing. The decisions, man. The decisions. It has to be done. The only one scout don't get out options. I guess it would be better for this, so I will take that. Tensor will be here, we can then get the mine loss for this. Okay. Just don't get too cocky about this item. This will have been too much problem. Obviously, I'm never going to be able to get coins gain because, heck man, 35,000 for that. And again, fighting for my life, and we reach level cap, and this is bad because the level cap is never dead. Yeah, that's never good. Okay, we can finally raise range, which will help us by this, I guess. Okay, yeah. Our goal is 99. Only hope that works. Only hope this works. My flame is max now, so we don't get much option to go for this. This number of enemies is concerning. Very concerning. I need to raise my sniper first. Well, maybe we should also consider raising my vin for this. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to grab for the damage. It's going to be even like a little bit more. A little bit more. I guess a lot more for my flame. But yeah, because, you know, this sniper also gets the bonus, but you know, it's not very much. Also, oh my god. But I'm fighting the, yeah, I don't know why. Like the fast ways wants me. And I have not raised my veins yet. Let's raise it. Oh. We have reached 90. I should be able to do this. Okay, we can raise the damage now. our thin boxes. I haven't really used my Tesla. I guess they're not doing too much and I have forgotten them. I guess we can raise one level for you. These fast enemies. Why? This fast enemy is never nice. Never nice. Yeah, never nice. I guess we can kind of help this Infinitode to be able to kind of attack the enemies on the left first hand, so we don't have to worry too much. I suppose. I'm not sure about the impact on this. And these nasty enemies are starting to become more of an issue now. This is not correct. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I guess we can hold ourselves with this. Hold it. Okay. I'll even find a strike for this. In fact, oh, like 98 wave. Okay. Then at this point, just sell the new things. I don't think this one is going to be the problem. Just try to hold one if you can. Okay. This is a wave. We're almost there. This is not very nice. Okay. Obviously, that doesn't work on this waves. Okay, that's 3 stars. Like the greatest concern that I have to take care of this. And we can also raise our attack speed model. If I have the money. If I have the time to live for this. Because yeah, this first wave is okay, I really just get killed by any kind of wave at this point. Just dumping my abilities, I guess. I haven't used my fireballs. They are not doing much. That's not enough. And yet again, another fast wave. What else I can bring? Not really. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get murked by this wave. Oh yeah, this wave is impossible. I don't think this will be possible. I don't think our goal has over. We have reached our goal, so I don't really need to worry too much about that. Anyways, always a concern when trying to deal with this kind of thing. We haven't reached the real deal, though, which is the final level, the Fighter 8. It's the final boss level. Well, technically the final boss level, because there are levels that have bosses afterwards. So technically this is not like the... I will take the screen box, so I can try to unpack for some scale. Could be useful, I guess. Okay, experience multiplier, multiplier. I guess I'm not going to be using experience multiplier. Raise these attack speed. Okay. Taking my final decisions. What I can do for my final level. Because it's much harder than Fighter. Okay, the first problem is like it's much harder than Fighter 7. And we are at the potential level. What these cost? That's a lot, actually. Okay. We could grab this. don't have much specials reads now. Or special too. Let's see what I can do for this. Additional bow lining, I guess, to help this out. We can only try to see. So I guess we're going to try. Obviously, I have 0 spells. Because it's even harder than 5.7. And with the crazy amount of 260 on normal enemies, 275 on bosses. Okay, at this point, I have literally 0 confidence about this thing. I might just die, might just give up, and return to do the farming, or whatever. But you know, it has to be done firsthand before we can determine what else we can do. So, and the final core for this is the Zeta core, the final, the less common core that can be obtained. Also used for custom maps. This the last one available. Technically, same. And obviously, air enemies. At this point, let's see what I can do for this. The first thing is I need to somehow be able to get my bounty set up. It's very expensive because, you know, we're dealing with portals that have this ridiculously high difficulty already. The only things that can really help us is the core. And unfortunately, I don't know how much the core is going to be able to help us. Certainly, I need more. Without having more of these, I will just not be able to do it. I also need to hold my spending though, because you know. Let's see the first boss. Obviously, we're going to have to do this, otherwise we're just going to struggle. I want the bonus points, so. Okay. That's the first boss. Now the second boss is going to be more tricky than this, so. We could try to get the second bounty now. I need missiles now. The next boss is coming. Okay, next boss is coming. Okay. Things will only get worse though, so we're not sure about this. Okay, we got next speed. It's so expensive though. Well, I'm not really sure what can we do to change this. Change such situation that was so struggling and I didn't do anything to help us. We can only try it, man. If we don't try it, we don't have a chance. The next boss is coming up. I need to be prepared. Though I don't even know what I can do to prepare the boss. Not sure about this. The only thing I can try. Oh god, this is not nice. Oh, lining for this. Okay. I don't have leggings, but it says it has this pre-installed, so just take it. So we can get to the upgrade price branch. Just coming up, get a bit prepared for this. We're going to waste any economic waste to get this food. Entire system. Okay, just dump all my money already. It's gonna be close. Okay. At this point, I don't know. I don't know if I will be able to. At this point, I don't think I can put my money into mines. Get the next phase prepared. I don't even know if I can beat the next boss though. We can prepare for things that we're going to be using to fight bosses though. At this point, we are now getting false weapons. Or we're just taking that kind of helps. Coming off the fourth boss. Just dump my money already. I don't care. Just dump my money. Might not be able to do this. And it's already the next wave. Oh dear. At this point, I definitely need to do this. It's not gonna be reaching that. Well, I don't have the money for this. Okay. No, no reaching that. Okay. Yeah. What else I can do for this? Because at this point, I'm being primarily needing to use the sniper and the missile. I guess raise these two. But I guess we also need to raise the flamethrower. But first, what I can do is to raise whatever I feel like the most important. I tend to raise a higher more of these. Also, I need to actually buy abilities at this point. I can't even buy these. Yeah, we have to go with it then. Okay, so the change of plan here, we are going to try to get the more out of these. And get the multi-shots immediately. I guess for this pause, I guess I will just stay here until we figure this thing out. we don't figure this out, then I don't think I will be closing out this part. Certainly, I I would be able to find a way out of this. The only problem is I don't really know what would be the best way to do it, because there are too many ways to do it. So closing things up, I need to make the better decisions for my available for the things that I have on my hands. I already improved the things by a bit, but I don't have all the abilities, which can be a problem. The one thing I know is that bosses already take lower damage from their abilities anyway, so I don't think this will be too much of a consideration. Just need to make it so I can actually get this through. I'm not going to take it too seriously. Just need to make sure that I can get this through. Though I don't know, this through is going to be like in this part, or like I eventually give up and then just, you know, start to do the quest, I guess. At this point, like, I don't know, we could try to do the quest. And I don't know how many quests I will have done, because, you know, I don't have prestige. At this things, I'm pretty sure that I need to put things more seriously now. Have these Teslas to kind of cover the second boss coming. I will get in time for them, because there are air enemies coming. I need to find some way to be able to treat them. At this point, I have all 3 bounties installed. Okay. Maybe slow freezing, I'm not sure. Because the monitoring, I could use the monitoring system to make it better. for the, because I think we can freeze bosses at this point, so, or like slow down bosses. Could that help? That could help. The only thing is I don't know how long this thing will be able to hold, and that pause. Just to make sure I don't lose too much from that. I think I'm only going to be placing this much. Constructors coming. You need a lot of firepower for this. Prepare for the transition phase. I'm gonna try to get the vector first, if possible. Whatever I can do to help myself. To push a little bit more progress would certainly help. Now the thing is coming, I need to be prepared for this. As I recall, I was able to hold the thing. I was able to hold the thing. But yeah. Now I need to accumulate the map before the AT comes in, and we failed that again. What I can really do to kind of help myself out of this? We're actually underperforming. I don't think it's that. I think it recalls my past best run. I think not in this save item, but. But first I need to grasp for the upgrade cost reduction before I try to get this. As we know, this is going to be very limited. At this point, try whatever we can erase for this before that comes. think it's, yeah. We'll rest that hoop. So we can have the service assist. Okay, it's coming. So all bounces. We only have level 7. Oh yeah, I should have upgraded. Whatever. I don't know. No. I don't think I can get the range before the final boss. That's bad. Okay. Try to do as much damage before, but it's too late. I don't think that poison. That's not very nice. I should have this though. Try to this time though. Rather than I don't want it. Though it's ridiculously close. I have no clue. How are we gonna do this, really? Close. Let's see what we're doing. So, you first. Obviously, because you. I don't want to have this on the coin style one. But we have very little options. No. What I can do to help this out, like, not that much, but what I can do to save me from this mess. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the towers that might be able to help me, actually help me with the boss. So just single targeting. This is under the price reduction already. I should be able to have that. 90 is, I think, because we have missile, which helps. I'm gonna raise this. Okay. Still not very confident about this. The freezing is going to be quite important for this. Okay, we got range. That's good. We're able to get range. Okay, at this point I'm going to... Because, the sniper will be the bigger play for this. We'll raise the sniper. Also because these newer snipers will be very unlikely to be disabled because... also, I haven't really thought about how the boss even works. Just because how intense we're trying to deal with this whole thing was horrible. I don't really know how I'm going to describe the difficulty for this. It's hard. It's truly hard. And I have zero confidence on this. I don't even know if I can actually beat the boss. I don't know what I was trying to do. 99 coming up. Okay. At this point, we have no other investment capabilities, just spend everything on servers. Okay. One does 33 million. I don't think it heals, but yeah. So So it has the distraction field. I'm just going to drop this. Okay, most of its minions were taken down. Okay. So it's going to disable the strongest towers. And 3 of the strongest towers. Well, actually, it went quite smoothly, actually. I should be able to help this. Okay. Then, yeah, this is 5 eyes. Yeah, I should have probably sold the bounties. But yeah, this is 5 eyes. It was horrible. I have to say, couldn't be worse than this, right? Well, it's a hard thing to say about this, but yeah, you know. But this has to be like one of the more challenging things I have to do for this playthrough. At least we're able to do it. Just blow this up. Okay, so yeah, at least we're able to do it. It was quite scary, though. So. Yeah, I guess spamming the snipers can help. Also because like the missiles will take the would aggro the disable because they're more the move. Okay, so the first thing about the boss is that it has an aura, or should I say, it has the minions that can distract the enemies, so distract the towers. That's been one thing. And another part of the thing is that it disables towers nearby that are directly next to it. And then it's going to disable the strongest towers. The term for the strongest in this case though is not like the towers that does the oh my god, I don't know if I can actually do this. Hold the phone. Alright. I may just get killed by this. Okay. We just kinda, you know, just keep mining this fact to disable these because I don't want them to be too fast. And yeah. Well, I have to say good game for this because yeah, certainly Fiber 8 certainly made this much more difficult to deal with. But yeah, yeah, that's Fiber 8. Oh, okay, we're finally able to get this. Well, not really finally because it's only like the second time, but yeah, I still have no skull. Anyway, so this is the ended trophy, and you know, the story trophy. Decrease the miner installation time and inferior. And the good thing is that we're also able to get 2 cyan boxes from this achievement. Definitely an achievement, I have to say. Getting stars on these levels were quite a challenge. Okay, we're able to get some skulls. And yeah, this gives special 4. I'm not sure if it's guaranteed to give you that, but we did get it, which we can use as for our prestige. Okay, so we unlock prestige. That's our very first step to get this through. We also unlock endless, but you know that I have said this before that we are just going to leave that. We also unlock the rumble and death, which is not going to be taken into consideration for now. The thing that we can do is we can replenish my abilities finally. So we have 2 levels remain for stage 5. It's the 5.B one. This one is the easier one, but you know, there's a boss in the middle. And then this is a really challenging one. that is when it introduces the Gauss tower back before 1.8. I think it was like 1.7, but I don't recall which like the minor version or update for that for this level to be added. But this is the level that has that introduces the Gauss typically. So yeah. So the terrifying 5.8 was completed. So the next thing that we would like to do is to get this quest completed. It's very far. While that is going, we are going to try to unlock more levels to go for and try to unlock the crusher at least. So I believe now the stars requirement is decreased. You don't need 2 stars for 6 stars right for this. You need resources. We can try to unlock 6-star one now, but it would have been a bit tricky. I would like to get laser upgraded for this level, and the 6.2 is certainly the Gauss level. You definitely would like to upgrade Gauss for this. Technically, it's possible to just not really play this level to get access to 6.3, and this is the heck of a level. Yeah, I will talk about that when we get to that, I guess. But yeah, our first goal will possibly be getting more progression towards our quest, and then we can perform a quest reset. So our next step is to get this quest loss. Obviously, completing all quests at this point it will be too difficult. So what we can do at this point is to get this quest prices. This also made the quest more difficult. This is a last warning. Increased by 10%. And then we need to spend another 400 for the thing. So we need total of 480 for this. So the achievement that gives what is the achievement? That's the achievement. The achievement for prestige, I think it gives 100 prestige tickets for that. We can also get the statistics. It gives this tab, I believe, this column that displays the damage efficiency per coin, I guess, but yeah, I can't be sure about that because the towers that have different purposes, so I don't think this is a very accurate judgment on how good towers can be. But as I know that this thing, the ricochet chance, in Endless, it can raise up to a very high amount, almost 100%. I think it's 99%. So a 99% ricochet is basic, and it's going to go crazy on Endless, and it will become one of the craziest things that you will ever observe. But at this point, we have only raised just 2 maximum upgrade levels on our basic tower. At this point, our basic is so weak, I need to upgrade these towers so we can actually complete the quest. So the first 13 towers up to flamethrower will have to be upgraded to some sort so we can complete the web tower specific achievements quest more easily. That will be part of it. Another thing I would like to get is this wave interval. We're kind of close. We might actually be able to do that. Yeah, getting the wave interval that would help us for our further resource gathering for our next step of our playthrough. So we are done with the story, and it's just the beginning. The real thing starts when we perform our first quest reset. Then we can start to work on getting our additional quest slots I will be trying to get for making things easier for our quest progression. I don't want to sacrifice so much bonus for just try to get this one. It's also kind of expensive. 120,000 is a lot. But yeah, I think that will be this part for this playthrough. It has been long, but it's just the beginning. Again, as I said, it's just the beginning. So if you want to continue the series, continue following the series, consider subscribing and turn on the notifications, and I will see you in the next part. Thanks for watching.